So have you ever looked at the digital asset market and just thought, man, how do I actually buy crypto without getting completely overwhelmed? Well, you're definitely not alone. Entering this space can seriously feel like drinking from a fire hose of technical jargon sometimes. But honestly, beneath all that noise, there's a remarkably straightforward setup. Today, we're unpacking the exact tools that millions of people use to confidently navigate the digital economy.
Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're putting our focus squarely on centralized crypto exchanges. Whether you're looking to understand the real mechanics behind these platforms or just trying to figure out which one actually fits your specific needs, we're going to map out a super clear, structured journey into digital asset trading.
Okay, let's dive into this outline really quick. We're going to cover what are centralized exchanges, 5 steps to start, the crypto marketplace ecosystem, top exchange platforms compared, and finally, benefits, risks, and safety. Let's get right to it.
Section 1. What are centralized exchanges?
At its core, a centralized exchange, or CEX, is basically a platform acting as a middleman. Its whole purpose is to help people buy, sell, and trade crypto in a super organized way. So instead of dealing directly with strangers in a peer-to-peer network, which can be kind of daunting, you trade through this central hub. The exchange manages the order books, keeps everything running smoothly, and executes transactions quickly and, most importantly, securely.
And this brilliantly illustrates the whole concept. Just think about traditional stock investing. You know the drill. You deposit money, pick an asset, and your broker handles the actual execution. Well, centralized crypto exchanges work with that exact same architecture. They provide the liquidity and that nice, clean dashboard. Literally, the only real difference? Instead of buying company stocks, you're investing in digital assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Section 2. 5 steps to start.
The onboarding journey is actually surprisingly simple. Step 1, choose a reliable platform. Step 2, create your account. Step 3, deposit funds. Step 4, start investing right there on the dashboard. And Step 5, which is absolutely hands down critical in this space, secure your account. It's a totally logical path designed specifically to remove all the friction from the process.
Zooming in on that initial setup for a second, creating an account requires you to verify your identity. You'll often hear this called KYC in the industry. It's just standard regulatory procedure for any reputable platform, so don't let it spook you. Once you're verified, funding is super flexible. You can deposit regular fiat currency right from your bank account, or, hey, if you already hold some digital assets, you can just transfer that existing crypto directly into your new wallet. Easy.
Section 3. The crypto marketplace ecosystem.
Millions. That is the sheer scale we are talking about here. The crypto exchange marketplace is this rapidly growing ecosystem where millions of users are managing blockchain-based currencies every single day. I mean, this is no longer some niche, obscure corner of the internet. We are looking at a massive, highly active, global digital economy. And the real engine driving this massive adoption? High liquidity. By connecting this huge pool of buyers and sellers, these platforms ensure that your trades execute almost instantly without massive price swings. Centralized exchanges are really providing the heavy-duty infrastructure and the intuitive tools needed to make all this global market activity smooth, reliable, and accessible to anyone.
Section 4. Top exchange platforms compared.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how clearly it shows that these platforms aren't just carbon copies of each other. They cater to very specific strategic needs. For example, Binance leads the pack with a 4.7 rating. They are globally known for massive, deep liquidity and advanced trading tools. Then you've got KuCoin at 4.5, which really shines if you're looking for a huge variety of emerging altcoins. Bybit commands a 4.4, and they're heavily favored by traders focused on derivatives and lightning-fast execution. And MEXC at 4.2, they've built a solid reputation among the altcoin hunters out there for aggressively fast new token listings. So really, the right choice completely depends on your personal trading strategy.
But keep in mind, while the exchanges are your primary tools for executing trades, they shouldn't be your only resources. Dedicated platforms out there, like foreignexchange.live, exist specifically to help you continuously learn about the digital asset ecosystem and spot those emerging market opportunities. Because let's be real, in a market that moves this fast, continuous education is absolutely your best asset.
Section 5. Benefits, risks, and safety.
Let's look at the distinct advantages first. These platforms bring incredible liquidity for easy market entry and exit, lightning-fast transaction speeds, and institutional-grade security features. But honestly, their biggest contribution to the whole ecosystem might just be their user-friendly interfaces.
They take all these complex blockchain interactions and just wrap them up in intuitive dashboards that work perfectly for both absolute beginners and seasoned veteran traders.
But we absolutely have to look at the other side of the coin here. The risks are very, very real. Because centralized platforms hold custody of massive amounts of digital assets, they're basically perpetual targets for security breaches. Plus, the whole industry is still navigating a really complex, constantly shifting global regulatory landscape. That unpredictability makes choosing a fully compliant, deeply trusted platform an absolute necessity. It's not just a preference, it's a must.
So the crucial point here is perfectly summarized by our source material. Choose reputable platforms and follow proper security practices to keep your accounts and funds safe. Think of it this way. The platform provides the vault, but you are the one holding the keys. The responsibility falls entirely on you to actively use tools like two-factor authentication or maybe hardware key integrations just to ensure your digital wealth stays totally safe and uncompromised.
And really, that's the fascinating dual nature of this whole ecosystem, right? You have unprecedented global accessibility paired right alongside the strict demand for personal diligence. We've covered the mechanics, the top players, and that vital balance of risk and reward. The infrastructure is built, the market is moving. The only question left is, are you ready to safely navigate the digital asset economy? Thanks so much for joining this explainer.